My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is August 1st, 2024. It is 1:43 a.m. Oh, the summer's almost done. Okay, so today I have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tweets to share with you. They're pretty much, I think, mostly politics. Okay, maybe the last two could easily be for PYTE, but depending on how I do with the other tweets, I might squeeze them in at the end. Okay, so right now I'm uploading two videos for two different channels, one for PYTE, and one for Output of Pew Service. Both of them I finished with them late yesterday, and I wanted to turn off the computer and just go to sleep. So I didn't want to deal with them, so I turned off the computer. So right now I'm uploading them, but there's a video I need to edit for, I think, the 30th. There were so many things going on, so I need to edit it as soon as I finish record this one. Okay, because I want to upload them in the order that I recorded them. Okay, so let's get going really quick. This is the back end. This video, it's not doing well. It has 285 views only, and I realize a lot of my videos that talks about real issues, they don't do too well. But for some reason I'm getting my subscribers are growing based on some of them. So I don't know if the traction of the videos is, I really don't know. And then my estimate revenue don't move at all. Okay, so numbers, feel free to skip. 4,412 subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. Analytics, okay, 1,624 views in the last 48 hours, and these are the numbers. So let's go on Twitter. Alright, so this is a tweet that the squad are making reference to the Sussexes, but I didn't put it on the list. Let's focus on real issues, the issues that will not get much views. Okay, this is US politics. If you, feel free to listen, but majority of my viewers, some are worldwide, outside the United States. Okay, first tweet. This was a scheduled car crash, and I found Trump behavior extremely uncomfortable to watch. Good luck getting Trump racist, misogynistic stench out of your party. At GOP, I'm looking forward to you seeing you reap what you saw, and I guess that's supposed to be November, I guess Roe versus Wade, November, and all the election to come. All right, I saw the interview. I even took screenshot of it, put it on my community board. All I did was read caption of each of the videos that were being that was sharing the interview. I didn't even bother watching, because I know sometimes things that will get you angry, you don't watch them, so you don't trigger your own mental well-being. So I didn't bother watching it. Okay, so there's no comment here. Let's go into that. Okay, let's pause. Look at the way Trump treated Rachel Scott on that stage. He talks about women in a very particular way, especially women of color. To him, they are nasty and rude. They are always something worse than any man who ever speak to him. You just saw that misogyny come through over and over again. All right, so let's see here. 58 seconds.
Look, I will say, if you saw the way that he treated at least Rachel Scott on that stage, he speaks about women in a very particular way. They are nasty, they are rude, they are whatever they are, there's something that is worse than any man who ever speaks to him, right? And so you saw that misogyny come through over and over and over again. You're going to see that misogyny towards Kamala Harris. It's not enough that she's his opponent. She's a woman. She's a rude woman. She's an abrasive woman. Whatever she is, she's not worthy of him.
I guess this interview that was happening yesterday, I think many people call it a dumpster dive or something like that, because it was so bad. I guess it's a way for, if he ever showed up to the debate with Kamala Harris, she prepared for him. Like she said, she knows his kind. So this is a precursor, if he shows up, how she will respond to him.
Especially because she's a black woman, or at least he now acknowledges she's a black woman. We saw that with those journalists today. I'm so sorry that they felt the need to basically be used so that he could appeal to his MAGA base, because that's exactly who he's appealing to. The white men out there who are racist, who support him, who think that the way that they get by is to treat women, and especially women of color, this way. This was not about the black people on the stage today. This was all about his white base, and it's a disgrace.
Did I just hear a dog bark? I just heard a dog bark at the end. Oh, maybe it was purposely barking to the dogs. Trump is dangerous for America and the world. Vote blue. The way he communicates with black women and all minorities is to the air of superiority. He genuinely thinks he's better than everybody. He thinks he should be able to define other people's racial identities. What a weird freak. Me watching Trump destroying his campaign and one interview. Well, there's some black people who seems to want to vote for him. Let's just say there's more of us than more of them. At least some people from his side see the stupidity of him. Okay, he's a pig. Honestly, that's not even fair to pig, but you get the gist. Trump hates being held accountable, hates women, hates people of color. That's why this interview was such a disaster. No softball from Hannity. Okay, it will be interesting to see if he can control his racism during the debate, if he even shows up. That's what I'm saying. Okay, claiming misogyny is just another tactic to discredit Trump. He treats everyone equally. What? Equally, calling out bad behavior regardless of who. Nah. Okay, she was nasty, rude, she had a goal, and it had nothing to do with providing different point of view to the audience. She is low IQ asset. Nah. From what I've seen, some little clips here and there, he tried to deflect from answering the question, but the lady, the journalist, whoever was asking him the question, was sticking to the point. That's what it is. Okay, no, that's not what happened. He pushed back against every disrespectful person. But where was the woman? There's one clip that I saw. The woman was saying, you know what? Everybody's gonna have their own opinion. Those who like him will make excuse. I don't want to read this long thing here. He treats all his opponents this way. Have you ever seen the guy campaign before? Everyone sees how Trump deals with political opponent. I call it the rabid dog technique. Your outrage fuel MAGA. More please. Okay, so that's that. Let's go to the next one. Alright, the Kamala Harris campaign responds to Trump's appearance at National Association of Black Journalists. Statement on Donald Trump showing exactly who he is at NABJ, National Association of Black Journalists. The following is a statement from Harris for President Communications Director Michael Tyler on Donald Trump's tirade this afternoon at the National Association of Black Journalists Convention in Chicago. The hostility Donald Trump showed on stage today is the same hostility he has shown throughout his life, throughout his term in office, and throughout his campaign for president, as he seeks to regain power and inflict his harmful Project 2025 agenda on the American people. Trump lobbed personal attack and insult at black journalists the same way he did throughout his presidency, while he failed black families and left the entire country digging out of the ditch he left us in. Donald Trump has already proven he cannot unite America, so he attempts to divide us. Today's tirade is simply a taste of the chaos and division that has been a hallmark of Trump's MAGA rally this entire campaign. It's also exactly what the American people will see from across the debate stage as Vice President Harris offers a vision of opportunity and freedom for all Americans. All Donald Trump needs to do is stop lying. Okay, I can see the last one. Is stop playing. Is stop playing games and actually show up to the debate on September 10th. Okay? Let's see some of the comments here. Last sentence, we'd like, get in the booth. There's that here. Right, that's an ad. Let's pause this. Whoever wrote the last sentence. Okay, what is this now? Okay, only 4 seconds.
Okay, so there's some education that needs to be done. I can see that. Okay, so there's some education that needs to be done. I can see that.
They find that this exact clip to put there. Well understated. There's nothing here. Okay, this BS response. Her didn't even bother to show up. F what she has to say. What does that mean? Okay, I don't know. Okay, there's the laughing my ass off. Where was Kamala Harris? At least Trump showed up. He was attacked. That was not an interview. So did they invite I don't know how that interview came about. I really don't know. Okay, where was she? Let me look that up. Did they oops, did the, what is it, National Association of what was the question I don't know how it came about. Okay, VP offered to address in a virtual post. Donald Trump falsely suggests Kamala Harris happened. Okay, Trump falsely suggests Harry misled voters about her race. Oh, okay, I only wanted to know, did they invite her? Okay. Okay, will Harry speak at NJ convention? Says they are in talks for posts. Okay, I don't know. I really don't know how this came about, so I can't say much. All right, so let's go to the next one. There's some stuff from the UK. This one I saw and I put it on the list, but I'm not sure again how all of this unravel. All right. Breaking. Black Enterprise CEO Earl Butch Graves Jr. has withdrawn from the Black Leadership and Today's Media Landscape panel at the NABJ convention. Analysts. Okay, so what happened here? Okay, it is with deep regret that I announce my decision to withdraw from our panel, Black Leadership and Today's Media Landscape, at the 2024 National Association of Black Journalists Convention in Chicago tomorrow. The invitation to presidential nominee by NABJ is a great opportunity for the conference constituencies to hear from the respective candidates on their platforms. However, for none of the Black media organization to be offered the opportunity to interview any candidate is an insult to what NABJ stands for. Moreover, it is indicative of the treatment Black media organizations face in today's landscape, and particularly disheartening that our own NABJ organization will make the decision to exclude Black media organization from this important discussion. Did they? Okay. The Executive Leadership Council, the sponsor of this panel, has been committed to fostering open dialogue, promoting diversity, and supporting the advancement of Black leaders in various industries, including media. To be clear, it has been the joint decision of the ELC, there it is here, and all panelists and moderators to cancel the session and not participate in the conference this year. We want to emphasize that this decision was not taken lightly, and we regret any inconvenience it may cause those attendees who were looking forward to our panel discussion. We remain dedicated to promoting diverse opinion and supporting the voices of Black leaders in media. I must emphatically state that I disagree with the decision of the leadership of NABJ to develop a panel featuring one so they only, there's my answer here. They only, it seems like they only invited Trump to have that discussion. Okay, to develop a panel featuring one presidential candidate, in this case Donald Trump, and a session that does not include any black media organization and for that matter, black male journalists. Okay, so they were very selective. I could see, now I understand. It appears that this panel was developed to accommodate the presumed Republican nominee and not potentially ask any of the difficult questions to garner responses that black people want, need, and deserve to hear. In fact, this decision was indeed one of follow and cowardice and not in keeping with the historic tradition of NABJ and black media as a whole. So no wonder why I was seeing mostly CNN, and who was the other one? Was it MSNBC as well? So they didn't invite other black medias to be there. I see. Okay, I'm withdrawing from this session to take a stand. We must be ready and willing to walk in harm's way in order to move black people and our nation forward. Now I understand him. Okay, the last screenshot is the most important one. Now I understand him. Okay, an excellent decision by Mr. Graves and a wonderful worded statement explaining his decision. Good for him. Now I understand. That's an ad. Okay, I have to tell my Butch Graves story. In '84, he was playing in the NBA Pro-Am in New York City. Clyde Vaughn was teasing him about taking Vanessa Williams to her high school prom. This was right around when she was stripped of the Miss America crown. Very interesting. Okay, well, Trump succeeded in dividing y'all and changing the narrative and the news cycle. To him, that's a win. Thanks. There it is here. He thought the women were not going to ask difficult questions. Wow, did he misjudge that? Okay, his father will be very proud of him and is proud of him, I'm sure. Thank you. I'm pleased he took that stand. Chicken. Well, it's not chicken. I understand why. If it's only this guy, Trump, they invite, and then to give him the platform, what the hell? And there were some other videos, I don't think I put them on the list, where the interview was taking place. There were a group of people in the outside who, all groups, black, white, you name it, protesting, and there were some group of musicians who were playing saxophone, trombone, or whatever, protesting, making it in a song kind of a protest that I forgot what they were, what was the wording of their song. Something like us. 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 But there were a lot of protests outside of it. Okay, next tweet. Breaking: Donald Trump gets devastating news as billionaire Mark Cuban and LinkedIn co-founder Reid Hoffman join forces and unite over 100 venture capitalists to back Kamala Harris for president. And it gets even better. We spent our days looking for, investing in, and supporting entrepreneurs who are building the future. Read the VC for Kamala's website. We are pro-business, pro-American dream, pro-entrepreneurship, and pro-technological progress. We also believe in democracy as the backbone of our nation. The site goes on. We believe that strong, trustworthy institutions are a feature, not a bug, and that our industry and every other industry will collapse without them. That is what's at stake in this election. Everything else we can solve through constructive dialogue with political leaders and institutions willing to talk to us. In this pivotal moment, we are united in our support for Vice President Kamala Harris, it reads. The announcement is a powerful rebuke to far-right Silicon Valley billionaire like Elon Musk. Then he moved to, what was it, Texas or something? I don't know if it took place, but I was reading some stuff that he was moving to Texas because of some crazy reason. All right. And Elon Musk came from South Africa. It took advantage of the American dream and then, being racist. I hope people vote right for the future of this country. Okay, the announcement is a powerful rebuke to far-right Silicon Valley billionaire like Elon Musk, who have thrown their support behind Donald Trump's fascist movement and the hopes of more tax cuts. Please retweet, and there's a heart here, to thank Mark Cuban and his allies for supporting Kamala and considering joining the growing exodus on Treble. Did I sign for this? The Exodus on Treble, a new pro-democracy society network that is exploding in popularity because Twitter and Facebook are trying to stop its growth, which is only making Treble grow even faster. Please follow us on Treble. How do you pronounce it? Tribal? Tribal, to get all of our breaking news alerts sent straight to your phone or computer by clicking the following. I think I'm subscribing to them, but I never really went. Even the one with what's this guy? I forgot his name. He was in Harry and Meghan documentary. Okay. Fantastic news. Thanks for your organizing this, Mark Cuban. And let me see, am I following him? I don't think I am. Nope, I'm not. Wow, he had 8.8 million. Okay, so let me follow him here. Okay, and thank you for speaking up for the vast majority of business owners and workers who understand that our 240 years old democracy is a much better system of government than Trump's Putin-style dictatorial cryptocracy. I mean, I guess some American, well, the other ones, they're not really too educated to understand. When you see the way some countries are running, even the UK, when you look at it deeper than what's being shown on the surface, it's a selective few. You either on their side, and if you're on their side, there's a certain, bond they throw for you to have a better, to move forward, but the rest, they treat you like shit. More proof that Democrats are good for business and tech. Orange juice is bad for business and your health. And then to continue with what I was saying, when they have those selective few who's running the country, let's say you have Trump running, he thinks he knows everything when nobody knows everything. And then, his type of government will be more like pay to play. If you don't have the money, you will not get certain things. It doesn't work like that. And this is why the other countries are, the UK is doing some stuff too in the background. They don't show their full thing, but they're doing their things to topple us as well. They play the game very well all the time. And I even think even way back during the World Wars, they play both sides. So we need to be careful with the UK. And you could see some of the things. If you go, one of the videos that I'm uploading right now on our Port of Pure service, there's some stuff that I say on that video. The way the UK is behaving, sending their ship to South America for one, they create a manufactured reason, but then they switch their purpose for going down there, and then you're seeing the exodus of migrants coming to the border of the United States through Mexico. Okay, and then the narrative they were trying to create, the GOP for Trump about the border, that would have been their number one type of the rhetoric for him running, and that sort of shattered because Biden stepped aside and allowed Vice President Harris to take the lead, and she was nominated. I mean, they're playing both sides. We need to be very careful with the UK. And then the worst thing with the UK as well, they are allied with all of the top countries who's giving them information. And I would not be surprised. Some of those trips that Charles is, and they take where they don't really need to go through certain protocol. They just walk through, and then the same thing that we see Trump did with our secret, national secret and stuff like that. I will not be surprised they do that too. Okay, this is my opinion, but the way they behave, I don't know. Alright, so let's leave this alone. Let's go to the next one. Okay, now we are US, what is it? Press versus VP. Okay, President Biden and Vice President Harris are currently meeting over their usual lunch at the White House. What do you think is on their agenda today? There they are here. What is that? Are they eating? There's a burger. Is that real? Okay, I don't know. What did this say here? This is a picture from January 2023. Oh, okay, so there's that thing. Okay, do you find this helpful? Okay, they're meeting to discuss how badly Trump is going. Okay, someone probably just put that out of nowhere, and then, Twitter be making fun. So this is the, how do you call this? Fact check. That's it. Fact checked it. So that was back in 2023. All right, so let's move on. So that was a waste of time for putting it on the list. When I first put it, that I don't think that fact check was there. Okay, July 31st, 143. So at that time, I didn't see the thing. Okay, so now we are more into the UK. UK Police Special Inquiry Team to examine role of Washington Post chief and email deletions. Scotland Yard move on complaint by ex-PM Gordon Brown, who accuses Will Lewis of phone hacking cover-up in 2011. All right, the link of this is in the description. Oh my God, this is so small. Okay. I remember when I first came across it, I put it on the... I tried to archive it, and someone had already archived it an hour earlier before me. Okay, let's see here. UK Police Special Inquiry Team to examine role of Washington Post chief and email deletion. Exclusive Scotland Yard move on complaint by ex-Prime Minister Gordon Brown, who accuses Will Lewis of phone hacking cover-up in 2011. First Murdoch papers targeted me. Now there is evidence they falsely implicated me in a cover-up. Oh my God, it's like a sandwich. They're trying to deflect one thing, they manufacture the nonsense, and then another nonsense on top of the other nonsense. It's crazy. Okay, and then the foundation of things, they forget all about it. Okay, a British Police Special Inquiry Team is examining allegation that Will Lewis, now the chief executive of the Washington Post, presided over the deliberate destruction of emails at Rupert Murdoch's UK newspaper business when he worked for the company 13 years ago. Met has told the former Labour Prime Minister Gordon Brown that its standing unit responsible for high-profile cases and reviewing a complaint he had submitted about Lewis after fresh disclosures emerged during civil action relating to the phone hacking scandal. Let's pause this. This is annoying. Okay, the letter seen by The Guardian is signed by the Met's most senior officer, Mark Rowley, and tells Brown, "Please be assured that the content of your letter dated 2 May 2024 is being considered by the Met's Special Inquiry Team." Let's see how far that goes. If this gonna go to the disappear out of nowhere, even though the police says they're considering it. Okay, the police chief adds, "The issues you raise are complex and will take time to consider against investigation that have already taken place." Brown's original letter to Rowley had urged him to review new evidence relating to the concealment and destruction of up to 30 million emails. That's a lot. Hard drives and documents, and police to launch an investigation into the destruction of evidence and the cover-up that followed. In response, Brown, written in The Guardian, questioned whether Lewis is an appropriate leader for the flagship U.S. newspaper owned by the billionaire founder Amazon Jeff Bezos. I don't know why he still have him over there. Why Jeff Bezos still have him over there? So many other things have come out since people know he's been trying to restructure the newspaper, accusing Lewis of displaying a lack of ethics when he worked for Murdoch during the hacking scandal. Blazoned across the top of every edition of the Washington Post is the statement, "Democracy dies in darkness." But what if the publisher himself is a master of the of the dark arts? Brown says. Exactly. Yeah, because for example, one of the thing I remember reading, is that someone who had fell in in a shower and died. And for them, they wanted to know if McDonald's was the cause of it. Okay, the former Prime Minister goes on to accuse Lewis of trying to mislead British detective investigating phone hacking at the News of the World in the summer of 2011 by telling police that Brown himself was behind a plot to steal emails of senior executive at the tabloid's UK owner, Murdoch's News International. I have only recently discovered how Lewis attempted to accuse me of a crime I did not commit, Brown said. He accuses Lewis of being engaged in a complete fabrication. While Lewis has always claimed that he was Mr. Cleanup, these new allegations point to a cover-up, he says. Documents disclosed in High Court civil action this week include a minute taken by the Met Police of a meeting detective had with Lewis on 8 July 2011, and I think that's what I was reading in one of my videos, okay, on the 30th, I think. Detectives were inquiring into the deletion of emails belonging to senior executives of Murdoch's newspaper company. In the meetings, Lewis justified the deletion by accusing Brown of controlling a plot with the former Labour MP Tom Watson to obtain the email of Rebecca Brooks, the then chief executive of the News International. There was some abbreviation. They didn't say what they meant when I was reading that conversation. Is it DI or NI or something? Okay. News International. Through a third party. Lewis was the company's general manager at the time. We got a warning from a source that a current member of staff had got access to Rebecca Brooks' email and had passed them to Tom Watson, MP. Lewis told the police, who told officers he went on to meet the individuals behind the claim. I mean, my goodness. The source repeat the threat. Lewis continued, according to the police memo. Then the source came back and said it was a former member of staff and the emails had definitely been passed and that it was controlled by Gordon Brown. Oh my God. Brown writes that the police officer who headed the initial hacking investigation, Sue Aker, now regard this explanation as unbelievable, citing comments she made to the New York Times earlier this month. Gordon Brown was obviously one of the victims, he said. She said, the thought that he will do that is ludicrous. A spokesperson for the Washington Post said that Lewis declined to comment. He has consistently denied allegation of wrongdoing. I mean, what was he supposed to say? Lewis has enjoyed a high-flying career before and after the hacking scandal. He remained at News International until 2014, then moved on to another senior role in the Murdoch empire as chief executive of Dow Jones, publisher of the Wall Street Journal, until 2020. Yeah, I talk about this. The Wall Street Journal is something. I used to buy that newspaper occasionally. Okay, when sometime when I want to buy certain stocks, that's what I will use. At that time, I don't think computer was that high in mentioning, the stock market. That was way back. Okay, Lewis was picked by Bezos to become a chief executive of the Washington Post last year, and he caused controversy at the U.S. paper by trying to appoint an old ally, the Briton Robert Winnett. Okay, if you guys listen to some of my podcasts, you should know about that already. Okay, as editor. After a furor, Winnett eventually decided not to take up the job because a lot of people, journalists who work at the paper were very upset about a lot of other things. And the other thing that came out of this was that they were trying to buy out some of the newspapers. Some of the journalists, and some were leaving, and it's a mess. It's just that one of the conclusion that I came with all of this that's happening at the Wall Street Journal and Washington Post is just that they are preparing to blind the Americans if Trump were to be elected. Or maybe they have something going on where they know Trump is gonna be the president, and then they're preparing to really put the American people in the dark. Okay, so they're setting their foundation. The news outlet, you already see mainstream media not telling people anything. Alright, but individuals, professionals take it upon themselves to create their own branch, individual form of platform to know what's really going on. Like Midas Touch, for instance, YouTube channel. Okay, so let's continue. In June, Bezos sent a memo to staff at the newspaper defending Lewis. I don't know. Do they have something on him? I don't know. Something is not right with Bezos. With all of these things that's going on, to keep this guy still. Okay, it's telling me more about him. What do they have on him? Because when you look, I always go back to that. The Little Black Book from Maxwell had a lot of business professionals, actors, you name it, all form of professionals names on that list. So do they have something on him for him, Bezos, to keep Lewis there? Because they want to make sure their people, they want control, okay, to control what's going on. Oh my God, this is crazy. A lot is going on. Okay, cool. Team, I know you already heard this from Will, but I wanted to also weigh in directly. The journalistic standard and ethic at the Post will not change. But then, what was it? The other one, Lewis already said they want to change it. They want entertainment. They divide it into different categories or things like that. It's in one of my old videos. Okay, Brown said he believed the Met Police memo demonstrated that Lewis gave the game away because his explanation considered that the email was destroyed to prevent them being seen. Very interesting. The email archives of a handful of senior executives at Murdoch's UK operation, including those of Lewis and Brooks, had been deleted a few months earlier in January 2011 during a period in which allegations of phone hacking at the News of the World were growing. Brown writes, the destroyed email that the police wanted were likely to have revealed much more of newsgroup intrusion into the private lives of thousands of innocent people, not least ordinary families hit by tragedy, and almost certainly will have added to what I have only recently discovered about what had happened to me back in July 2011. As I'm reading this, I'm thinking of Harry. Okay? Because his thing is coming, at least 6 or 7 months from now. Okay, back in July 2011, Lewis told police that Brooke was anxious about her email becoming public because of her professional relationship with Tony Blair, Brown's predecessor as Prime Minister. She was a Tony Blair supporter while she was editor of The Sun, Lewis told officers. They were very good friends. There was potential for that to be used against her in a negative way, Lewis said. Civil action related to alleged phone hacking have been running in the English courts for more than a decade. Murdoch's news group has paid out hundreds of millions and settled more than 1,300 lawsuits relating to hacking at the now closed news group of the world. They just changed name, okay? They close it and then open another one with different name, same people, same procedures, same tactic, so nothing changed, just the name of the paper, but always rejected allegation of wrongdoing at The Sun. Brown writes in The Guardian, he already knew that the Sunday Times had, among other things, accessed information about my mortgage from my building society, had reverse engineered my telephone number, and fake my voice to secure personal information. But why do they doing all of this? What's the reason for all of that? Besides, annoying the people that they're targeting. Oh my God. Had faked my voice to secure personal information about me from my lawyer, and had paid an investigator to break into the police national computer to find out what personal information about me was available. What the hell is all of this? But he claimed he now knows the intrusion went much further than that. More recently, I have been giving information that the Murdoch Group also paid investigators to break into other personal accounts of mine, including bank, gas, and electricity, suggesting that nothing was out of bound, Brown explained. That was also in the ITV interview that they did, the documentary. It's part of the clip that I saw. Murdoch's goals were political and commercial, the former prime minister argues. The media mogul wanted to take full control, there's a thing here, control of Sky Television, buy control of ITV, noted the BBC, and control much of the highly profitable UK telecom industry, all of which the Conservatives were ready to go along with. And then you see William saying the thing about the BBC thing and his mother. Alright, a spokesperson for Murdoch's News UK said that Brown had only seen partial information from the civil cases and does not have access to all materials, including detailed statement served by the defense. They added he is seeking to persuade the Met to take side in a public debate. Nah, I don't think so. I think he just wants to get to the bottom of it. Okay, it was strongly denied that News International sought to impede or worse conceal evidence from the Met by deleting email, the spokesperson added. They cited a Brown prosecution service statement from December 2015 which said there is no evidence to suggest that email deletion was undertaken in order to... Okay, there is no evidence. Okay, that's the part here. There is evidence. There is evidence. This is... nonsense. The spokesperson said the company believed the email security threat to be genuine and it was not used as justification of the deletion of emails. Alright, so that's that. The link is in the description. Sometimes I like to read this so I know what's going on. When other news come out, I could plug in. Alright, back to Twitter. Excellent. Should be interesting. Okay, that's an ad. Wow. The post is hemorrhaging subscription readers at the moment. I cancel mine. This article seems to concentrate mostly on implication for Murdoch, but far more important is the impact on the reputation of the post of a police inquiry into their editor. Yep, and this is what I'm saying. What do they have on Bezos for him to still keep this guy? Okay, they will clear him fairly quickly like they did like of them Wooten. I think so too. Nice thought. Okay, I don't hold much hope. It's UK police after all, the same owners who are cozy with the media. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know how far this is gonna go. I really don't know. I remember there was a time I said, in order for those things, any information that needs to come out, someone with good integrity needs to make copy of everything that's going on. When the country is in the right place, okay, now they could give their copies of what's going on, so we know the truth. Other than that, we're not gonna know the truth. Okay, what were the police doing? Accepting, ignoring the accusation made by Lewis against Brown as a credible reason for the deletion of the at that time. That's what I'm saying. Labour really should rethink its decision not to go ahead with Leveson 2 and examine the links between the police and the media. They're all in, okay? They are in the same page. No difference. Okay, Labour is just holding the position until Tories come up with some scheme to rally up the people. I will not be surprised right now. To distract people, there will be a lot of unforgettable events, weird events, manufactured events that will be going on in the UK. For me, just stay away. And the US better be careful. We will be seeing the same thing if Trump get in office, because they like to distract people, create a man-made situation to distract from something more important. All right, next tweet. Drip, drip. Even MPs are getting fed up with them too. Okay, so let's see here. That was yesterday's paper. All right, that's a screenshot. UK police, voters want MPs to swear allegiance to their constituent, not to king. Poll suggests as it happened. Polling for the Republic campaign group says only 11% of voters want MPs to pledge allegiance to the monarch. Alright, so that's it. Oh, there's no comment. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so I'm done with the news or whatever. This is much lighter. Maybe not. Okay, that's an ad. Okay. Hating on Harry and Meghan is a multi-billion-dollar industry that cannot sustain itself on only a few public appearances a year. New publications are making cuts. These people are going to lose their job. Rehashing the same old, that's the word here, isn't getting the clicks it used to. Alright, so she retweeted that. Okay, I think the main thing is that certain people in the press are desperate to get a reaction or some engagement from Meghan Markle. Her silence and the fact that she ignores them is annoying to some. They were led to believe she was hungry for their attention. She's been minding her business. Was it last weekend she was in the Hampton? Yeah. Okay, that's why they keep wanting a book from Meghan. She wants no part of these demons for good measure. Knowing what we know now, yeah, this, OMG, louder for the derangers in the back. This is why they are still talking about the Oprah interview years later. That's their definition of her constantly attacking the royal family. It burns them that she doesn't engage. Yeah, just ignore them. Definitely, Meghan's silence drives them berserk. And the fact she won't come here in the UK, they want her here so bad. There's a laugh here. And then they're going to pick up exactly the same place where they left off during the funeral. They keep painting her as an attention seeker, but so far she's tried to stay away from it as much as possible unless necessary. They keep coming up with ridiculous segment books to get a reaction, but she's shown them they are beneath her, and that keeps angering them. Alright, this is everything even American outlets are desperate for. Any Sussex scoop, when you see the engagement on Sussex Post versus others very high profile celeb, it's clear as day. Don't tell me that these outlets haven't been begging for exclusive interviews and throwing money at them. Alright, Princess Meghan minding her business. Exactly. Alright, after this, let me go back to the retweet of that. I love Meghan's approach. I know Harry means well, but sometimes I wish he starved them. Okay, I mean, he's starving them. I mean, eventually they have to come out. What was it? Not too long ago, I came across a tweet, random tweet. Someone who was working somewhere, and Meghan went over there to buy flowers, I think. The person who was helping Meghan didn't even know it was Meghan. It was after the fact. One of, I think her boss or co-worker was telling it that was Meghan. Okay, so all of this, we will never know if people don't come out and say that. She's just minding her business. Meghan was never formally introduced to the voter, nor courted them. Yeah, Harry, what is it? Harry made sure to tell her not to do that interview. I have this guy say Harry to come back and wanted to interview Meghan, and Meghan said no. You know, not Meghan said no. Harry never granted them. So Harry knew. Harry is the smartest person over there. He reads them like a hawk. He knows them. Okay, Meghan was never formally introduced to the voter nor courted them, and they always hated her for it. Glad Harry was looking out for her, because if she had an interview with them in front of them, you know, the voters will look all nice and everything, and then once they go behind their computers, they start writing their BS. Alright, the royals always kiss the voters slam, there's the word here, in exchange for good press, but Meghan's the first one who then need to, because she had a clean past, no skeletons. Exactly. Okay, they keep begging and pleading for the attention. It's what that fundraiser for Bear Dad is about, and why they keep begging her on TV and papers to go visit him. They want something from her. It is also why people should use discernment when these so-called sources and nameless ex-employers are used to create a story based on what has been said in the past. Do not expect her to live her life releasing statement over nonsense. Exactly. Okay, that is why they are so desperate. They are reporting on squaddies and totally inventing stories from imaginary sources. 100% facts, not one lie at all. She treats them as though they are irrelevant to her, which they are, because they are. Nobody wants to believe that they are irrelevant. All right, let's go back. This was the retweet. Let's read some of the comments. That's an ad, that part. This is so true, and their public appearances never guarantees them speaking to the press. The last time they were actually interviewed was Simon Perry in Nigeria, and that was for official work. Nope, that's why they're pressuring Charles and giving them security. So, are they? See, I don't even look at their things anymore. Okay, I don't even report on the left behinders. I see a lot of things popping up. So are they pressuring them to give them security? Okay, nope, that's why they're pressuring Charles on giving them security, so her and those kids come over. Nah, the kids will never go over there. That's really what all this is about, because that interview Harry have dashed all their hopes and seeing her and those kids anytime soon. Exactly, from the ITV thing. Kamala is so divine. Prince Harry asked them nicely, they ignore. Wodo told Meghan to go home. She left with Prince Harry leading. Now Kamala is visiting with a hot cup of tea. They should be happy. Harry and Meghan are living their best life. Exactly. Yeah, that go back to America by Piers Morgan. Yeah, that was the best advice ever. It clicked for them. Oh, you want us to go? So let's just go. Alright. And not only that, remember, all this is coordinated because William, with Simon K's help, wrote this from the, something summit. I forgot my words. The Sandrian summit, okay, where they wanted them out. And the papers, the tabloid already knew when they told to go back to America and all of that. William was doing his part. The papers were doing their part. And then at the end of the day, they had to go to be safe. Alright, so that's that. Let's go to my last one. Alright, so what is this about? Okay, so the squad were putting random pictures of different things. This is what happened when the Sussexes are not out. Different pictures of Harry, Meghan were being posted. Sometimes I share them, sometimes I don't. But this one was very interesting. Okay, the emotion when he visited the soldiers who didn't make it. There they are here. What did he write here? Okay, I can't really see it, but I'll enlarge it when I'm editing. For all those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice and pursuit of freedom, Harry. Okay, this laying of the wreath ceremony seems to take its toll on Harry. Yeah, look at his face. Yeah, these are people he, when he was serving, talking to them, listening to their problem. I wonder what's really going in his head here. He's really deep in a thought here. The way he's looking down, he's deep into his thought. Wow. A very caring person. There's no comments. Okay, there's that. Emojis, clap, heart, and thumbs up. Alright, so that's it. Let's see. These are the things I'm uploading. They did okay. Okay, there's no issues found, so I need to finish with the upload. So for this, let's do that. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, that's it. Check my shop, see if you like some stuff. That's other ways you could support me. Zazzle, I have jigsaw puzzles and things like that you could check. And when I go on vacation, I take pictures and turn them into jigsaw puzzles. Alright, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.